Well, hey everybody! Today I've got a new kind of video for you, kind that I haven't done before. This is a tips video on a new game that I've found that's going viral right now. It's called Slither.io. It's a very fun kind of game. It fuses Agar.io and the classic game Snake. If you're old enough, you may remember that Snake was on some of the oldest cell phones that you could stick in your pocket. And if you're younger, you may know Snake by some Facebook recreations or other Flash versions you can find on the internet. The Slither is hitting social media pretty hard, so today I want to bring you the first of several videos on how to win at Slither.io. This first video is about early game strategies, so let's get started. First off, you want to start off your game by not using your boost until you hit about 50 or 60 in length. The problem is if you're underneath that, you'll probably run back down to your starting point, which is 15 length, before you actually get what you want if you're trying to cut somebody off to eat their leftovers or whatnot. So you want to wait until you have a substantial length to be able to make your boost worth it and you can get your prize. Learn to target your peers, the people who are a little bit smaller than you, a little bit shorter, people who are about your length, people who are a little bit bigger, people who are basically your peers in size. They are going to be a very good source of food early on in the game. That'll change a little bit later, but for now, concentrate on targeting people who are your size. That will help you a lot in Slither.io. When you target someone, don't be afraid to fishhook their head. It's a really hard way to do it. You've got to learn how to do it properly, your controls, your timing and everything. But the risk can be worth the reward if you're good at doing it, because as you curve around their head, they can't turn into your body, they have to turn out. And if you can hook around their head just right and then slow down, they will hit your body before you hit theirs, and ultimately you can gobble up all their leftovers once they're gone. Now don't forget, as you're growing, longer body equals a wider turn radius. So use that knowledge to your advantage, whether it's as you're avoiding smaller enemies or if you are trying to trip up bigger enemies by cutting them off. Now as you're attacking people, try this. Sprint, let off the sprint, change direction, then sprint again. Do this very fast. That way you can get sharper turns when you're cutting someone off, but you don't have to sacrifice so much of the speed as you're both in a speed contest trying to outrun one another. Now unlike Agar.io, you don't lose your length or your mass while you're cruising, while you're just going naturally. But when you're sprinting, you do lose your length. You sacrifice parts of your body and you just kind of poop out these little trails of food, which also happens to show what direction you went. So is sprinting worth it? Maybe. It depends on what you're going for and how much risk there is versus reward. Now keeping that in mind, sometimes it is worth sprinting for food. Other times it's not. The smaller you are, the more likely it is that it will be worth running for food. The bigger that you are, the less likely it is, because when you get bigger, it's more of a patience game. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a comment and a like below, or even subscribe if you want to see what else I'm up to on this channel. And don't forget to tune in next week for the next tip video on mid-game strategies. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye!